This video review is for the Esky solar hand crank radio, the ESCR02, and this is the retail box it comes in. And of course you get the manual. You get a cable for charging devices that you use in conjunction with this adapter, which I'll get to more in a moment. A mini USB cable. It is not micro USB like the manual shows. This is a mini USB cable. And this is to charge the radio itself. And here's the radio. It's pretty bright, as you can see. It has a soft feel to the texture of the radio. So even when it's wet, and I did get it wet, it still has a decent grip. It is not going to fall out of your hand. The flashlight on here, I'll turn this light off so you can see a little bit better. It is actually pretty bright. No, there's no strobe or lowering a low effect or anything else like that. It is just a simple flashlight. On the top you have a solar panel, so this will actually charge this radio. And over here there's a little red dot, and what that means is, and here I'll cover this up so you can see that turns off, the light is charging the solar panel, so when it's being charged there's a little red light that pops up here next to it. When it's fully charged, the light goes away. Pretty straightforward. You have your tuning dial here, your volume button, which is also the power. It has weather broadcasting, FM and AM, pretty straightforward. Here's the speaker. It is not going to set your world on fire if you're looking for something to listen to music outdoors. This is really just a nice little thing to have along when you're traveling. You want to check out the radio to see what the weather broadcast is going to be and have an emergency flashlight and do not need to charge it anymore via electricity. You can use the hand crank or the solar. I'll get to that in a second. Here's the antenna. It actually does help to use this, as I found. The hand crank is pretty straightforward. You pull it out, you spin it, and when you're spinning it, see if I can do this in front of the camera, you'll see a little red light pop up and as it's being charged by using the hand crank. And then all you do is you just put it back away. I forget what the exact specifics are, but if you're using the flashlight, of course, that'll burn through the power faster. If you use the radio, it'll last quite a while. It is also a 1000 milliamp power bank. So here underneath this flap, you have the mini USB port. That's where you would use this cable to actually charge the radio. Then you have a combination of this cord and the adapter. So what you do is you take this, you plug it into the little hole there. You take the adapter, plug it into this connector here, and now you have a USB port. So you can take another USB cable and connect it. You are not going to get a fast charge out of this, but it does serve as a backup power bank if you need it, and it does do the job. I was able to test it out charging my iPod just for fun, and it obviously, with that 1000 milliamp battery, it did not charge my iPod fully, but it did charge it, even though it did charge it quite slow. Overall, I think it's a nice device. I did use it on a camping trip not too long ago just to see how it would perform. It did well. I knew the weather was going to be nice during that weekend, but I used it every day just out of curiosity, and having the flashlight available was kind of a bonus. It doesn't take up too much room in your backpack. And as I said, it's got a nice feel to it, and even better, during the day, if you're not going anywhere for that day, you can just set it out and just let it charge like this versus having to crank it or connect it to another power bank to charge it up. So again, this is the Esky solar hand crank radio, the ESCR02. It does a very good job of charging itself and giving you a flashlight and a radio, especially for weather broadcasting. So if you are someone who's maybe concerned about, being a little bit of a be prepared in case your power goes out, or you like to go camping, or whatever the case may be, this may be just what you're looking for. Thanks.